Battle Trance solves some of those issues. IG, what's the final pick? And it's a Phoenix. Kind of get the better of it, but they miss out on the rune. Baboka now with the rotation in. Spartan could actually be in a little bit of trouble. Baboka opens another stun from burning, and now the follow-up right clicks. That will be the first blood.
I mean, it's not like impossible for him. It's not going to be the nicest time in the world, but it's an interesting thing that's happening so far as Spartan could be going down again here.
This looks like another kill, quite possibly one more, and Baboka gets it, but he will have to trade his own life. Tower shots will finish him off.
So if you just pop your blade mail and like aggressively remnant, the OD really doesn't want to hit you because he's always going to be reflecting damage and taking damage from searing chains plus the flame guards. So you kind of kill him really, really fast if he's not careful. Also, XXS has a blink.
Here we go. Duel onto the troll, but a nice blind from the Coddle. Not going to be enough. It's still a victorious duel for the LC. Now Burning with a swap forward. Spartan in a lot of trouble. OP joins the fight, but now Burning on the back foot gets slam dunked by Skylark. Thug still perhaps in trouble. A couple of right clicks.
Every single time if they get the duel off. But, you know, obviously Thug can be there to banish. Okay, aggressive.
Here we go. Duel onto the OD. He's taking a lot of damage. Monkey King drops the Wukong's command, but it's not enough. They lose two straight away. Now Troll Warlord locked down. It's 3 dead immediately on the side of IG. Supernova will go off. They will try to pressure this tier 2 in the bottom lane. Also, BOT's up on the Ember Spirit, so now he's kind of all over the map. Baboka dusted now in the top lane as Mouz rotate. And their entire squad. Ricky does have friends nearby, but they won't get there in time. The fight will continue, though. LC gets off the duel. They bring down the Monkey King almost immediately. Duel will not finish in some extra damage, but it still locks down OD long enough for it to turn into a kill. Supernova not going to be popped either as Coddle gets finished off.
Yeah, he went the Phase Boots Yasha build, so no stats. Okay, might get a pick on Legion. This is good.
Follow-up kill here. A lot of heroes from Mouz. They've got big damage, and LC won't even be able to pop the Blade Mail. Just like that, 2 down around the map, and now Monkey King. And it goes in onto the Phoenix, but there are reinforcements nearby for both squads. Up to the high ground, Blinding Light breaks it apart. Baboka nearby. There is no shrine. It's down for a minute and a half, so Mouz could try to charge up the high ground and pick a fight if they're so inclined. But instead, they turn towards the Roche Pit, and with LC dead, let's see how confident they feel. Axe, he finds the catch on Ricky. The follow-up damage is there, and now maybe they can actually do this. Roche, Searing Chains, connects on 2. Follow-up Sunray from the Phoenix. Nice chip damage. Mouz kind of on the defensive. Double Remnant forward. And we're actually not doing much damage here. He's taking huge damage. OD drops it in. That'll be the end of OP's mega kill streak. Big lag from the Monkey King, and instead they take the high ground. Now IG with the rotation. XXS in the front lines. Here we go. Jumps forward. Almost gets the duel on Thug, but no, the Lincolns blocks it. Ricky goes into Tricks of the Trade. Now Monkey King drops the frames with the ult. And my God, what is happening? Draskyl, are you lagging as much as I am?
I'm not lagging at all, actually. I'm currently watching Madara get 3v1s. It's not going well for Mouz.
Yeah, now Madara's dead. Picked up by Burning. Of course, he's got the Butterfly and Satanic on the way next. Has it queued up with 2,400 gold. There is still a shrine standing. Burning walks up to the high ground, gets immediately dueled by Skylark. This could be an early exodus to this Aegis of the Immortal. LC blinks forward, grabs the OD, but follow-up damage not quite there. Venge going to be respawning, pops the BKB now. Magic immunity all across the board as it's a battle of right clicks. Thug trying to stand his ground, drops the Astral. A lot of heroes still alive. Monkey King actually the only one in the grave. Things starting to disperse as IG retreat, reset the fight, and bring down Spartan. Lincoln's now broken on OD. No more healing from the shrine Mouz running out of resources as Skylark dies, and OD with a last-ditch effort in the Astral is not going to be able to live, and they will get cleaned up. The only survivor down bottom is the Troll Warlord. Works out in their favor. It's another 3K net worth swing as Troll now initiated on the lone survivor. They force the buyback from the OD as well as the use of the shrine. Madara will survive for now. Swap back. Follow-up damage, not quite there. He pops another shrine. Now the egg from Phoenix. No way to stop it. Madara definitely going to be stunned, and that will secure the kill. Meanwhile, on the other side, OD dueled by XXS gets the kill there, and GG is called not a moment too soon as the diebacks come out, Draskyl. Overwhelming damage.
If you look at it in
So I think OD should start to pull ahead here. So it'll be Bat Rider in this solo offlane situation. Here we go. Baboka rolling in. Follow-up magic missile from Q, and that's a first blood drawn by the Venge. Looking at CS in the mid lane. Lina actually doing just fine. Out CSing Thug right now as Baboka comes rolling in. OP does have the LSA, but it's off the mark. And now Thug gets aggressive, lays in the right clicks. The orb isn't going to be enough. They need one more, and it's maybe next time that finds the kill. Thug taking tower shots will be able to walk away, and now Baboka, Splinter Blast, they'll have the kill. It's a twofer in the mid lane. Mouz, strike back early, 2-1. Maybe next time, though, could still be in some trouble. Has to pop the Ice Cube. XXS on the way in. No duel, no way to stop this TP, but he does have the damage. Overwhelming odds is there. It's level 2, and he gets it. Very nice. All right, that makes sense. Yeah, the Bloodstone is pretty cool on her, especially since they changed the respawn time talent. XXS set up on up top. A lot of reinforcements for Mouz nearby, but Lifestealer taking huge damage under the tower. Lasso, but counter initiation stun. Ooh, Winter Wyvern's there with the ult. It finds a kill. Very nice. Mouz get a second one as they bring down the Legion Commander. It's a 2-0. They go back in onto OP. 3 stacks of sticky. He's got nowhere to go. He drops the Laguna, but Skylark turns, brings him down. It's a huge fight for the Radiant, maybe even 4. Baboka now slowed down under the tower. The right clicks are there. A 4-0. Burning, trying to lay in a little bit of extra damage, but he just doesn't have it.
And as soon as a real team fight breaks out, I think we're going to see the limitations of that hero against Mouz's lineup.
Smoke rotation. They'll catch the Outworld Devourer. No saves nearby, so it's not coming quite yet. That'll be another kill for the Dire. Swap forward. They jump onto the Winter Wyvern. He does have the Winter's Curse. Not going to be able to get it off quite yet. Shallow Grave from Dazzle. Now the lasso onto LC again. There's an Infest Bomb inside. Madara does find the kill, but they finish off the Winter Wyvern. Now Baboka trying to go blow for blow with Lifestealer. He gets off the Magnetize before going down, and they'll finish off Spartan in the backline, but alas, Baboka does fall. It's a 2-for-3. Mouz on the defensive now, just trying to survive through that magnetized damage, and they will with their last 2 remaining cores. So overall, still works out well for IG. They get the net worth gain, and of course, they also get that extra damage on the Legion Commander. Now a lot of pressure onto this Tier 1 tower mid. Madara takes the Laguna to the face, but not enough to finish him off, but maybe enough to push them back. Yeah, I feel like we're starting to see the reliance on the Infest Bombs as well. Once they get that pick, it looks good for Mouz, but then after that's done, it seems like they're light on damage. There's the save onto the OD after the duel comes out, but a lot of follow-up damage. The double save, Grave after the Ice Cube. Madara jumps out. Now OP could take some return damage, popped by the Flame Break. Everyone's still alive on Invictus Gaming, and they've found 2 kills now on the OD as well as the Winter Wyvern. Roll forward. They do actually catch the Lifestealer, magnetized from Baboka. He might have to pay with his life, but Burning just starting to run circles around the backline. Press the attack, buys Baboka a little bit of extra time. No rage, magic missile slowing down Madara, now on the retreat as Burning gets to the high ground to chase him down. XXS still has a while before the duel comes back up. Mouz on the retreat, limited ways to slow him down, but they are running out of HP. Armlet toggling might be the only way Madara can live, and it will keep him alive. Bat Rider, though, won't be so lucky. He will find it. Not enough for the kill on Venge. It's close, but the follow-up's not quite there. An aggressive swap forward. Q knows he's likely to die anyway and wants to try to set up a kill. Roche goes down. They get the Aegis. Now Madara, he's the one that takes the Laguna. Spartan stays alive, compliments the Cold Embrace, and now the fight getting very spread out. Shallow Grave buys him a little bit more time, but Mouz starting to run out of resources. Both supports down. Baboka jumps forward onto Skylark, and this is likely to be at least a 1-for-3. OD looks like he's getting chased down by the Weaver, perhaps. No, he's stuck on the high ground, actually. Almost finding LC, but able to blink away in time. Now the cavalry has arrived. IG, they want to counter-initiate. Burning goes, charges in. He drops a charge onto Madara. He'll get Glimmer Cape, but Bat Rider gets left behind, and Skylark gets that first-class ticket back to the grave. Now Baboka rolling on in. They catch the Winter Wyvern. More dual damage to the LC, and Dazzle died somewhere in the mix. Now another stun from Baboka, but Force Staff will keep Madara safe. 3 down in exchange for none. IG may just continue the assault here.
Burning are just like, yeah, whatever. We don't care. We're just going to hit your buildings. You got 3 heroes dead. We got a Solar Crest and a swap just in case something happens to go awry and our Legion has over 100 dual damage.
I mean, this is brutal, though, dude. This is a tier 3 down. The Bat Rider has to buy back. And OD takes a lot of damage to start off the fight. Now Madara goes charging in. Astral onto XXS. I mean, even if Mouz hold the barracks here, this is still so costly. Blink forward, lasso onto the Lina. They'll find a kill there. IG can't get in time. Winner's Curse now onto the Vengeful Spirit. The damage isn't quite enough, but Thug follows up at the end, and maybe IG bit off more than they could chew. They do finish off the melee barracks, but with 3 down, they try to retreat. Legion Commander has nowhere to go, healing up pretty damn well, but 1v5 cannot live. Bat Rider grabs the lasso on the back line, doing some decent damage, but his teammate isn't up with him. Laguna comes out, and they just turn it on him. The coordination is not there from Mouz. Swap back onto the Lifestealer. Glimmer Cape not going to keep him alive, but he is raged up. He's trying to win this right-click war. He does get the Shallow Grave, brings down the Venge. Cold Embrace buys him a little bit of extra time. Now the Astral, he does stay alive. Burning, trying to go blow for blow with the OD, and he is not winning that battle. Time Lapse will pick him back up. Lifestealer inside of one of the neutrals, pops back out. Not going to be enough to save the OD. It's one of these long, drawn-out fights, and the sustainability from Mouz is doing so much work. Burning, though, unstoppable. Finally finishes off the Dazzle. Madara, invisible, looking to...
And you pick Dazzle and Wyvern together. And there's a really big reason why you usually don't pick 2 defensive supports. A Spartan. Not going to actually get dueled here. Oh, they're going going for Madara.
They want the real target. They're going to go up top. Madara will survive through it. Never mind. There's the Laguna from OP, and that's a dead Lifestealer with no buyback in the grave for 80 seconds. This very well could be the GG moment. They'll swap back to Bat Rider, also down for 70. Now this Tier 3 tower standing. There is no glyph for the Radiant. OP just pops the BKB and goes structure sieging mode. I think this very likely to be Mega's.
Burning's like 6 slotted pretty much.
No way to stop it. OD jumps forward, one last-ditch effort. There's the Cold Embrace, keeps him alive. Winner's Curse does bring down Baboka, but to what end? Without any buybacks here on the Radiant cores, it just doesn't make a difference. XXS gets one more duel, and that'll be it. GG, well played is called. It's 2-0 for IG as they take the first series.